Well, I hope you enjoyed the tournament. I thought it was fairly well played. Once again, we had a lot of pairs in the right contracts, and we had about 3 or 4 auctions I thought that we might want to take a look at. And I thought I'd sort of preview our coming lessons in defense by tackling a couple of defense hands. So I hope you enjoy. And, see you Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, for the start of our defense lessons in Next Steps, and that's in Billies Retreat, and I'll see you there. Board 1, I'm going to start with the hands open here so we can take a look at the auction, and then we'll close them up to play some defense from South's position. West has a 15-point hand, and the issue is whether to open this 1 no trump or 1 spade. Now, this has a tendency to be, what is the word for it, polemic? People say, oh, I never open a no trump with a 5-card major. And other people say, well, I always open 1 no trump with 5-card major. I actually fall in the latter camp, but I like to think that it's not just dogma, that I actually have a good reason for it. And that reason is the rebid. Okay? It's an awkward rebid when you have these types of hands, these 5-3-3-2s. If you open 1 spade, you're not going to have enough usually to jump to another suit at the 3 level, because you're not a game-going hand. You can't force to game with an invitational hand, which most 1 no trump hands are. You can downgrade and you can upgrade. People might say, well, we can downgrade this because we have a bad spade suit, but I don't know that that makes any sense. We have a good hand. We have ace, king, and hearts, and we have ace in the club suit. So I open this 1 no trump, and I do it literally without thinking, because I don't know what my second bid is if I don't open it 1 no trump. All right. Now, I pass here. I'm going to pass in South, and you'll see the robot agrees with me. They go through a Stayman auction. They actually have an 8-card spade suit, right? But they don't find it. All right, so let's move on to defense, where I think it's interesting. So we can count. The first thing I like to do on a hand like this is I like to count the points, and that's because one of the hands has given us a limited bid, the 1 no trump, right? We know it's 15 to 17 points. What I will do is I give 16 high card points to West, right? That means plus or minus 1, right? He could have 17, he could have 15, he could have 16. So I can say 16 plus or minus 1. I add my points to it, right? And I have a good hand, 5, 9 points, pretty good hand, right? That's interesting club suit. So that's 25 points. And then to that I add East's hand, and he has 25, 7 is 32, 34, 35. So my partner has about 5 points, plus or minus 1. So the question is, can I beat 3 no trump? It seems as though it's going to be a diamond suit thing, right? We know that West has at least 4 spades, because he answered the Stayman call, right? So that could make the hand 4-3-3-3. Or as we know, it could be 5-3-3-2. But it looks like they have a spade suit, and it looks like my king of spades is not doing me a whole lot of good unless partner has a spade on her, right? Unless he has the queen of spades or the ace of spades. Right? The king of spades is not looking very happy. The king of clubs and the jack 10-9 is really interesting to me, though, right? Because we're sitting over the top of that queen. Right? So if the ace gets taken, if it goes queen, king, ace, now the jack, 10, 9 are set up. Now I don't know what those are going to be, because we don't know the full distribution yet of a West hand. So if my partner has, we see the ace, king there, he could have the queen, he could have queen, jack leading from this, in which case, it's going to be a little iffy. If he's got a 5-card suit, though, then West has a 2-card suit in diamonds. You can see that, right? If he has 5, I have 4, and that leaves 2-2. Okay, remember these distributions if you can. Use them to go to sleep by. 5-4, 4-0, 5-4, 3-1, 5-4, 2. All right. how you keep them in your head. You build those patterns in your head so you don't need to think about them, right? 5, 4, 2, 2. Nines are a great place to start, by the way. Find 9 cards in 2 hands, and you will find it very easy to count that suit because people show out fairly quickly. So if my partner has five diamonds, then there's a chance here that we can score a few diamond tricks, and then maybe my club suit will come through with something. And so anyways, I'm going to encourage this suit and also maybe unblock this suit depending on how things progress. Now 9 gets played, nice card for us because we can just play the 10, keep the queen over the jack, and there's the ace. Ace of clubs, this sits up real nice, right? Now any play to my club is going to give me extra tricks in no trump. Ace king of hearts, so we now see all the heart tricks, right? Ace, he played the ace of hearts, the king of hearts, I have the queen, there's the jack. If my partner has an outside entry, right, if he has another trick outside of the diamond trick, it's not in hearts, right? It's not in clubs. It's got to be either in diamonds or spades. And then here comes all my tricks, right? And I'm not seeing a reason to not take them right now. My partner had 1 club, 2 clubs, 2 clubs. All right, and then I'm going to hopefully clear out the diamond suit for him. Okay, now if I can get in again, I can lead a diamond across and we should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and pitch a diamond, as a matter of fact. Oh, by the way, did you notice when the diamonds fell that my partner can only have the king of diamonds at this point? Sorry, the jack of diamonds. We saw the ace, king, and the queen fell, right? And they were 2-2, right? Which meant the suit was divided 5, 4, 2, 2. And right now my partner has 3 good diamonds. If only I could get him in. So if he has the jack of diamonds, then and he led from that 5-card suit, I would like to think that he has an outside entry. And now we know it's not hearts as well. We've seen the hearts fall. We've seen the clubs fall. The only entries is in the spade suit. So I'm going to go up with this. I'm not convinced it's the right play. If West happens to have the ace queen, well, if West has the ace queen of spades, then we weren't going to make this anyways. But I'd like to go up while I have still chances. So he had the queen. My partner had the ace. Right, so I wasted that king of spades. But we got enough to set them twice. Now this goes down because of the bad placement of the cards, right? To play good defense, you have to take advantage of those facts. This is board 2, and we'll start with the hands open again, just as a little refresher on how to bid this hand if you are sitting in East-West. It's a pass and then a pass, 1 spade, and then a forcing 1 no trump. When East is a passed hand, West can pass this. Okay, so we call it a forcing 1 no trump, but most will play it as semi-forcing, being that if West has a hand that will never, under any circumstances, accept an invitation, and is a 5-3-3-2 shape, then 1 no trump is very likely the right place to be, which allows them to pass. Now, when they go ahead then and bid a second suit, either they're willing to accept an invitation or they're 5-4, and I think 5-4 is a good place to start in terms of defense. And they pass it out. So that's how you bid that, and you get to 2 spades, right? East is just simply taking a preference to the spade suit over the diamond suit. So let's start building a picture of the hand. It's the thing that you got to do on defense. You count, then you count, and then you count some more. Okay? So I have 5 diamonds. I have this 3-3-5-2 hand, right? So, and it's a fairly decent hand. It's got some defense possibilities. It's got 2, 3, 6, 7 points in it. 6, 7, 8, 9 points. Yeah, 9 points. I'm very, very good at math, and don't let anybody tell you anything different. 9 points. In the dummy, there is 5, 6, 7 points, so 16 points between us. Do we think that opener has a strong hand? Well, he left 2 spades alone, so I think no, and I think giving him basically an opening hand is a fair assumption, right? Which will leave, if you do the math, your partner with about 10 points, right? Basically, it's a divided hand, one of these part scores where each hand has about 20 points. I'm also going to assign, so I got 10 points-ish, 10-ish in my partner's hand, and in West's hand, I'm going to give him about an opening hand, 13, 14 points, and I'm going to give him the distribution that I want, because it's not unreasonable. Now, if it was an unreasonable distribution to give him, then there's no point in doing it. When you play defense, put your rosy glasses on, right? See the world in beautiful colors, right? But not unrealistically. Okay, base it on evidence, things that fit a theory. Okay, facts that fit a theory that will benefit you. Don't make assumptions, and we'll come back to that word over again. Don't make an assumption that hurts you. Make assumptions that help you on defense. Right? We have no reason to be cautious. Right? We're playing imps, and the only goal we have is to set this thing. So 5-4 in the pointed suits, spades and diamonds, and for now 2-2 in the round suits, hearts and clubs, and 14 points. My partner, I'm giving 10 points, right? And in the round suits, if West is 2-2, right, and in clubs and hearts, then my partner has 4 clubs, right, 5-4, 2-2, and in hearts, he has 4 hearts, 4-4, 3-2, right? So these are our assumptions, and we'll see how it pans out. The 6 of diamonds, as a lead, I don't know. That's the opponent's suit, so I'm going to guess it's from a 2-card suit, right? Because we're going to have 5-4, 2-2, and maybe he's 6-5, if that's the top of a doubleton, or 6-3. Those are the cards I can't see because I can see the 2, 4, 6. So either 6-5 or 6-3 if it's a doubleton, or maybe West is 5-5, in which case we'll find out fairly soon, right? Because on the second diamond trick, my partner has 2, and he's going to play diamond. If he shows out, then we'll know that West started with 5, and that our round suits are now down to 3 left. It'd be 5, 5, and the points leaving 3 cards. So you see how you can do this? If you keep it simple, it's not that bad. And practice, 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 which means doing it on every hand. Okay, so I cover the queen. Cover an honor with an honor is a nursery rhyme, but it applies when you will promote a card in your own hand, or you are certain it will promote a card in your partner's hand. You would never do it where it's just promoting the declarer's hand. So king of diamonds there. And I'm going to say that 7 of his points are in diamonds. Why am I saying that? Because my partner is never leading 6 from the king. If he's got 2, he's never leading 6 from the king, right? That was the king that went down. Won it with the ace, right? It was their king. So my partner doesn't have the ace because he would never underlead that ace. Very unlikely to. So that's 7 of West's 14 odd points, right? Is ace, king of diamonds. I'm going to assume that hopefully something in spades, right? And then he's got a stray honor somewhere, but or some queens and kings. Leads a club. Leads a club. Now this is one of the suits we think he might have 2, right? We're thinking this is around, right? If he's 5-4, 2-2, we're hoping the clubs have 2. I'm going to take a chance here because I don't want to give him the king of clubs as an entry, and I'm going to play him for 5-4, 2-2 with 2 clubs. Okay, so there's the diamond, play the 10, the 9, and he had the ace. And my partner played the 6, and he's out. So you saw how he led the 6, and then he played the 5. So he had 6, 5 in diamonds. He had 2 of them, and that means that our first premise, one of our first premises, that West had 4 diamonds, is correct, because partner had 2, and there were 2 in the dummy. Now partner goes up with the 10 of spades. Hurrah, right? He gets a ruff on the diamond trick. And leads the ace of hearts. So he leads the ace of hearts. Now, this is going to tell us where the king of hearts is, and I'm going to show you why. When, generally speaking, these days, on opening lead, if you have ace, king, third or more, you will lead the ace of hearts, unless you have a long heart suit and you lead the king, asking your partner to show you count. But during the play of the hand, if you have ace, king, third, you start by playing the king. When North plays the ace of hearts, he's specifically denying the king of hearts. Right? So that's 3 more points in West. So he started with the ace, king of diamonds, and the king of hearts. He's now up to 10. He's got 3 points someplace else. I'm going to guess it's a spade suit. Okay. Anyways, he plays the heart. This is the other round suit too, right? There should be 2 here, and which means he should be getting the king of hearts right now. All right. So, going to go back to distribution for a second. We had the 5 spades, 4 diamonds, 2 clubs, and 2 hearts. That has played out completely. Right? So our distribution was correct. Partner had the ace of spades, and now we know that the only honor left that is the king of spades. Right? We've seen clubs, we've seen diamonds, and the one suit that we haven't seen is the spade suit. So I'm going to put the king of spades in West's hand, and he has 5. So diamond lead, he's hoping they're split, and he's going to get to rough out a losing diamond. Sorry, Joe, my partner had a high spade. Is able to go over the 7-4. So I think what I'm going to do is play the 4 of hearts, which is also going to allow him to pitch. Or I play the queen of spades. That forces out the king, and then I would get the jack. Or I could play a diamond, which I know West has, and I think I'm going to do that. Instead of giving him a pitch from his hand, I know he has a diamond, I'm going to play a diamond. Oh, sorry, he was out of diamonds, that's right. I had the 5th diamond. So let's go back and look. Made a little error there, I hope it didn't cost us. Partner could not over rough the 5. And he plays the 3. The ace, king of spades are now gone, right? That leaves me the top 2 spades. And it should be either my partner has a winning heart or I have a winning heart. I'll play the queen, pull his last trump, I think. No, and couldn't get another, but we set at 1. He had 1 left. All right, talking and trying to explain it all. I didn't quite have the countdown completely at the end, but look, I had it down at the beginning. 5-4 in the pointy suits, 2-2 in the round suits. He had just an opening hand. He had 13 points, 7-6, 13 points. My partner had 10 points, as I thought. I was able to, at the very start, on an assumption, actually get the entire distribution of all 4 hands. So I've become a big fan of keeping it simple, especially when at the start of our bridge careers. I actually did it backwards, and I think it cost me a couple years in my bridge development. I was a big fan, I'm a lawyer, I was a big fan of learning all these conventions and gadgets. It means that now I'm really, really comfortable with the gadget, and you can give me a couple changes, and I'll play it that day. I mean, I'm not worried about it. It's fine, but my card playing really suffered. And because of that, I just didn't work as hard on card playing. I really urge you to work hard on your card playing, worry less about gadgets for now. The gadgets you want are the gadgets that come up a lot and serve a great purpose. That's why we do learn Stamen, we learn transfers, and we learn some form of Blackwood. We learn a new minor forcing, we learn forcing. These come up all the time. Right? And those are the gadgets that we've taught. One gadget that I think you also need is something called Jacoby 2-no trump. And I was really surprised about how many people didn't use it on board 8. What we saw on board 8 from quite a few of the partner, everybody got there. It's not hard to get to 4 spades on this hand, but a lot of people just jump to 4 spades. Now, the East had a good hand, or West had a good hand. They have a heart fit, and we shut them out of it. That's great, which means 4 spades is a great bid to have if you're weak, right? If you don't have the points, that means that East-West probably have some points, right? And because we know that we have a 10 card fit, we can be fairly confident that they have a fit somewhere, and usually that's in the other major. So that's a great bid to save for a preemptive raise to 4 spades to try to shut them out of their 4 heart bid. But give all those points to your partner instead. Okay, so he's got a 19-point hand or something, 20-point hand, couldn't open 2 clubs, right? And if you jump to 4 spades holding, like in this hand, 8, 10, 14 points, then you have shut him down in terms of a slam. If he thinks, oh, he's got a weak hand with a lot of spades, you're not going to go looking for slam, right? So what you really want is an alternative way to tell your partner, yeah, I got a lot of spades, but I've also got some points. And we do that by using Jacoby 2 no trump, which is an artificial bid. It's 2 no trump, and as you can see on the screen, it says we're sport, generally have a balanced hand. We have at least 4, and it's important to have 4 spades, and I've got 13 plus points. So it's a game-forcing bid showing support in spades. Now, because it's a gadget, that means North is going to have some responses that are set by the convention, right? And that is that we're going to either show shortness, a stiff or a void at the 3 level, or if we have another 5-card suit that is going to take 3 or more tricks, then we can bid that at the 4 level, all right? Otherwise, if we're balanced as well, if North is balanced as well, then he'll simply show a range. And you can decide on those ranges. I've played them a number of different ways. But basically the idea is that if you are a weak hand with really no interest in slam, and no key cards to show if your partner is in slam, then you can jump to 4. If you're like 12, 13, most people just jump to 4. And if partner has a really big hand, then they can take it from there. They know you're an opening hand. If you are a stronger hand than that, then you want to start with 3 spades, right? Over the 2 no trump, you'll want to bid 3 spades, saying, hey, partner, I've got a really good hand here. Let's look for slam. Some people will add a middle range, right, between weak and strong by bidding 3 no trump in response to the 2 no trump bid. So I bid 2 no trump here instead. And this is the way to get to 4 spades. Okay, so partner has 8, 10, 13 points. He's got a couple side suit aces, which might have been nice if I was really interested in slam. But if he's only got the 2 bids, 4 spades or 3 spades, I'm strong, or I got just a plain old vanilla opening hand, then this is what you end up with, which is where you want to be. First one is board 3. See if I'll just give you my opinion on what people should be bidding. Okay, board 3. To make my point, dropped my queen. There's nobody in the same auction. Every auction is different. Every contract is different. So that's 8 separate auctions. So here's my take on it. And we'll see whether it makes sense to you. And maybe you can compare it to what you did. Obviously, South, who's weak, is going to pass. West has 7, 8, 3, 11 points. Not really an encouraging 11, though. I mean, if you start, I don't even know how you make a rebid if you open this. If you start with a diamond and then bid clubs, and I hate doing that, and you can't really bid clubs and diamonds, so if you bid clubs, you probably end up in 1 no trump with 11 points, which is, I don't know that this hand is worthy of that. So pass. Then we get to North, and we have 7 and 6 is 13, 2 is 15, so we have a 15-point hand. So invitational, it has a 6-card spade suit, that's sweet. If our partner has some clubs, it's sweet anyways. So we'll start 1 club. If you're thinking about whether you want to jump with this hand to the 3 level, 1 club, and then the East hand is holding 3, 4, 5, and 6, 11 points. Shape alone makes it worth a takeout double, right? Being short in clubs is the critical thing. Now, South doesn't have anything to bid. May feel compelled to bid spades here because he has a singleton club. But this double is for takeout, so don't panic and bid something here. If you bid something here, your partner's going to take you for some points. Right? So pass. Make sure he knows you have nothing. And then what does West do? Right? He's got to bid something. There's already been a club bid, right? So he can stop clubs. Doesn't really have another suit to bid. He could bid diamonds at the 2 level, 7, 8, 3, 11. He needs to bid enough so the partner knows he's invitational. And I really think 2 no trump is the place to go. All right. And nobody ended up in 2 no trump. This puts North on the hot seat, right? He could bid whether or not he's going to bid his clubs. I mean, he was actually thinking when he opened, right, with his 15-point hand, well, should I be jumping to 3 clubs? And now he just knows that somebody in front of him has some club stoppers, right? He just doesn't know how bad the distribution is. If he bids 3 clubs here, he's going to be hurt badly. He's going to set a couple. If he bids passes, they make 2 no trump, as it turns out. But I can't help thinking that with North's hand, I'm going to think, well, I've got ace queen in side suit. Maybe they don't have spades. Maybe my partner has some spades, even though I know my partner has nothing. Why does he know that? Well, because he's got 15 and he's seen a double, which has got to be 11, 12. That's 27-ish points. And then West has made an invitation. That's 11. That brings us up to 38, 39 points. Right? So he knows his partner doesn't have anything. So if he wants to play 3 clubs, he's got to realize that he's doing it on his own. I think 3 clubs is a terrible bid, and it goes down significantly. And in fact, it should get doubled by West when it gets back around. So we go 3 clubs, pass, penalty double, and it probably goes for at least 500. There doesn't seem to be anything to make. We got 3 no trump in the East going down. We got 3 no trump going down twice in the East, 1 time, 4 times, 1 time, 3 times. We have 3 no trump in the South going down 3. So apparently nobody's making 3 no trump either direction. 2 spades in the West going down. I mean, we're all over the place. What happened? Was there a way to get to a reasonable contract on this one? We have 7, 15, 17, 18 points in North. These awkward hands. Is that right? 7, 12, 14, 15 points in North. So can't really open this 1 no trump, although I will tell you that if I'm playing the robots and nobody's worried about ACBL rules, I would open this 1 no trump. But the ACBL says you need to have queen or better in your singleton to do that, which just seems like BS to me. I mean, requiring you to have wasted points in your stiff doesn't make sense. So probably start with 1 diamond. Hope your partner responds major. Now, East has 7, 8, 9, 11 points. They're in the red, which is going to keep me from bidding a club suit there with only 5, and especially sort of a spotty, gappy club suit that doesn't have good texture. So I'm going to pass. And South, 6, 7 points with a long club suit, has a 1 no trump bid. Right? Can't bid clubs with only 7 points. So 1 no trump. And this is where the trouble happens. Now, we got this 6-card suit in spades again. And once again, this overcall has to be at the 2 level. And what you have to ask yourself, if I bid 2 spades here, how many points will my partner take me for? And I think he's going to take you for more than 7. I think he will. So I think I pass that hand. You really would love to overcall. You'd love a lead in spades. You know, maybe if they had been bidding clubs, you would have done it because you've got a stiff in clubs. But here, it just seems like you could lead your partner astray, which maybe is what happened at the table. So I pass that one. And then North has this problem. Okay, so my partner is 6 to 9 points. I have, what would we say, 15? 7, 5, 12, 15 points. So we don't have a game. We should be in no trump. And that's where he puts him. And he should pass there. And now the only question is, does East want to venture in now with some sort of bid? If he doubles, he very well could get a spade bid, which is not what he wants. If he bids 2 clubs, he might be in the same problem that he was in initially, which is, does he want to be bidding a club suit his partner might not have when he has a crappy club suit at the 2 level when he's in the red? And you can go for big numbers on those. So, I think that probably if I'm East, I pass and defend. Right? Might not be the right decision. Let's see what Double Dummy says. Going to get off to a good defense here? Nah, they're going to make one or two. In fact, leading a low spade will get them to the 3-no contract that nobody got to. So apparently that's not what happened. 1-no trump makes. So just maybe 10th board, 9th board there, and everybody got a little crazy. I don't know. But I did love the fact that we had 3-no trump playing both ways. So, and I gotta think that has something to do with bidding that 7-point hand at the 2 level with the ace king, because it looks like an overcall, right? But I just think you need more points than that overcall at the 2 level. Anyways, just some stray auctions. Hope you enjoyed this week. Defense class starts Wednesday. It's a little bit of a different take, and I hope that you're there with me. Take care and see you next week.